Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is another fellow Canadian, and this is somebody I've actually met up with in person a couple of times, not to mention he's been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. And Just Jason Keto and More is somebody who goes over and above when it comes to the idea of generosity and helping those in the YouTube journey or Superchat family. And his channel focuses on healthy eating and healthy living, hoping to inspire and motivate others. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's long past his 3,000 subscribers right now. He's constantly bringing us different information, like in a live stream he did just a couple of hours ago, as a matter of fact, as he does on Thursdays. And then lots of videos featuring lots of recipes, lots of product reviews, lots of interviews with other influencers to share their life stories. And what he and they can help us do is make sense of some of the ingredients that we're going to find in some of the products we either might make for ourselves in our kitchens or what we might buy in a store, hence the product reviews. When we talk about recipes on this channel, they're all simple, literally easy to follow with only a few ingredients, usually not more than 5. Most of the stuff most of us are going to have in our pantries already. So hopefully everybody will enjoy those. Just Jason Keto and More is very well known for these chaffles. That's why he's got these characters on his banner and his newly updated avatar. He refreshes those regularly. And then, like I said, he's got guests on his channel, both in videos and live streams, as a matter of fact, to share their life experiences, their trials, their tribulations. He heads out to places like Keto-Palooza. He'll be going actually about a week from today, heading towards Kentucky to bring us more informative content from other influencers. And then occasionally we'll get something like a GoPro unboxing or a look outdoors at a Christmas light display or some Happy Mail from other creators. Shorts on Just Jason Keto and More's channel give us a little bit of a hint about healthy looking grilling shorts. These have gotten now into 4,000, 5,000, and well beyond 6,000 views. One over 22,000, which I've seen, and it's as entertaining as it is informative. I'll tell you that right now. And then live streams are frequent and almost always on Thursday evenings at 7:30 Eastern. He'll do a live stream. He might be by himself. He might have a guest with him. Or once in a while, usually about once a month or so, he'll do a cook-along live stream in maybe a multi-cam setup, and occasionally he'll make more than one thing at a time, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will join Just Jason Keto and More. And like I said, an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We were lucky to catch his live stream a couple of hours ago before setting up for Superchat. I've got quite a few names on the wheel here. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position. Backyard Trucker and Prez the Investor were both early in the door. Canadian Family Life is also here, and I see Charinator coming in. We're going to get Backyard Trucker up onto the screen right now, and then we'll do some more introductions here. I see, like I said, Charinator's got to get added to the wheel. And we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a long period of time, I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Intrepids, good to see you in the house. And Fever Dream Animation is here. The Parent Family's in the house. Tales Told in the Dark's been added to the wheel. Big Family Expedition might still be here. And Lawless World TV is also in the house. Official 1SP is a longtime friend. I think they've been with us for like 4 years. Adventure and Gardening, good to see you in the house. Adventures and Gardening. And Reality Slots with KC, good to see you here. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Home Bartending with John is a silver member. We see his channel every single day, whether he's here or not, in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And he's on the wheel now. And then Michael Myers 1987 is in the house. Good to see you here. I can't remember for the life of me which channel I saw you in. I think it was yesterday. Could have been today. I've had quite a bit of time on YouTube over the last few days. And then Backyard Trucker is who we're going to talk about right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And when we look at Backyard Trucker, we see somebody who's incredibly active on their channel, as a matter of fact. They happen to be a truck driver, self-employed, small businessman, of course. When we get into videos, though, they've let us know from the beginning of their channel they're literally going to put anything and everything on for us to see in the spirit of YouTube videos. Some do-it-yourself there working on their truck. Now, this creator's done incredibly well getting some dash cam footage from the road. You can see 11,000, 12,000, 13, and even 14,000 on some of these shorts videos. And live streams on the channel as well. Backyard Trucker is on frequently, pretty much daily, sometimes multiple times a day, and usually in the truck, but sometimes by the fire, or it might be taking us on another kind of adventure. And Backyard Trucker's been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding the Superchat family. He's been with us many, many months now. I wonder if it's been a year. It must be a year by now. And then Greenland Quilter, Katie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. There's some news, by the way, now that I've looked at a couple of shorts pages here. If anybody hasn't already seen it, I'll go back to Backyard Trucker in a second here. On our community tab, I set my community posts in advance, but a few hours ago I dropped a community post for a video that came from the Creator Insider crew talking about shorts, and it is a very convoluted situation that they got coming up, but they're going to give us very soon, actually approximately on October 15th, the ability to make shorts up to 3 minutes long. Marketplace Boutique, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now, and I see Paranormal Poet is in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully you're feeling welcome also. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead happens to be a member, so we'll put them on the wheel. And let's spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So it sounds like a couple of our really good friends are getting together. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is doing a charity drive right now for Broken Hearts Ministry, which is a channel, which is a channel that comes to us from our friend Gail Southern Living. She's been with us about 4 years as well, and she has a special channel with a special message. And they're doing a fundraiser right now. So if anybody wants to head over there and come back, you're absolutely welcome. When the channel comes up, I'll go over there and have a look. Lisa J. Stocks, good to see you in the house, and thank you everybody for those thumbs up. Prez the Investor is here right now, and this is a creator that's going to help us make sense of the stock markets. I am really grateful that we now have a good more than handful, probably a couple handfuls of channels that focus on finance, because 99% of us in the Tuberchat family have monetization on our mind. So wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of that monetization when it comes? maximize the impact of the revenue that comes through that monetization is what I mean to say. Ruthie's This and That family, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And when we look at Prez the Investor, this creator tends to go live just about every day, twice a day if I'm not mistaken, and they drop videos frequently, so they got a brand new video. And this will be interesting for me to see. I don't know if this has to do with what I think Visa has been making some announcements lately. I've been following crypto more than anything else lately, and finance is always something that I am interested in, let's just say. Prez the Investor is now over 600 subscribers with this as well. So he's very forthcoming about his own portfolio, his own stock plays. He will talk to us about things like dollar cost averaging, make sense of things like mutual funds and ETFs and things like that. Shorts on the channel feature some familiar faces, one of which is Lisa J. Stocks. I believe she introduced us to this creator a while back. She's in the chat right now. She also focuses on the stock market. And then live streams. Prez the Investor's on, I think, twice a day. I caught him yesterday. And I don't catch them every day. It's really tough to keep up with creators that are on every day. But Prez the Investor is going to talk to us about what's going on in the stock market, either while it's happening or at the opening bell, and then, of course, at the closing bell as well. So important information for sure. And even if you're not somebody who's already investing in things like mutual funds or the stock market in particular, ETFs and things like that, I think that it's always a great idea for everybody to have as much financial information as possible. That way you're making that much better educated decisions no matter what you're investing in. I believe that to absolutely be the truth. It's something that's not taught well enough in any of our schools, at least in North America, and I'm grateful for all the financial information that these creators are putting together. So hopefully everybody will connect with Prez the Investor. He's also monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get over there. We'll spin, and it looks like we're going to see another Canadian channel right now, Canadian Family Life from New Brunswick. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Tiffany is the creator behind this channel, and I'm going to switch over to the live stream page for a second here. You'll probably recognize her as she's been on dozens of other channels and StreamYard panels and things like that. Many of these thumbnails feature either friends or her husband Chris. We'll look at his channel in a moment. The whole family's featured on their banner, and they actually recently redid a trailer, which is really cool because they use the theme song that was made by our friend Jake Hudson, who's been with us for many years as well. He comes in occasionally. He's done a lot of theme songs for a lot of channels, and did one for Superchatters. I'll play that later in the stream. Canadian Family Life has got a brand new video. These are really cool. I see a lot of these come up for me as suggested, and I'm assuming that it's because we have so many friends in the homesteading community that bring us a lot of cooking videos or kitchen-based videos, baking and things like that, canning, preserving, and everything else. So we get these really simple to follow recipes. So I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got. I'll use a playlist that I keep to catch up with them. I call it my catch-up list, and that's just a fun name for this playlist. Playlist can be a great tool for keeping caught up with creators, of course. You're going to find lots more cooking videos here, a little bit of Happy Mail and shout-outs for other creators, lots of grocery hauls and container gardening, and lots of family togetherness. Every video might feature different family members coming in and out. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,500 views, one at 2,800, one at 5,500, which is great to see. And then we talked about live stream. So she was recently interviewed by I Am Betty J Gathers, but like I said, Tiffany's been featured on many other dozens of other channels in StreamYard panels and things like that. She's really mixing up the content even in her live streams. So I'll put her husband's channel up, Chris's Creation Fun, you'll recognize him right away. He started with 3D printing and then got into doing some do-it-yourself videos. There he is working on the grow lights for the family's container garden. He's also working on some solar equipment. He's fixing the 3D printer, and then he's got a couple of shorts out here, one of which already has a few hundred views, which is great to see, and he's long past his 100 subscribers, so we'd love to get him on the road towards, a little bit farther on the road towards 200. Precious Gems is coming in. I'm going to get them on the wheel along with Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. They both happen to be members, and we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Driving Daily, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Next up is Charinator. This is a creator that comes to us from the UK. They're bringing us a lot of video gameplay, and as you can see, they're mixing up a few different games here, particularly in videos. They post these occasionally, but they do have a recent one. Shorts on the channel come out occasionally as well. They're well over 700 views now, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel is where Charinator's usually found if he's not out supporting other creators. I run into him regularly when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams on other channels. So new farming simulator live stream he did recently. I like pool video games for some reason. I talk about this occasionally. Kid Wonder's a longtime friend, and we've actually collaborated on a live stream where we were playing a different pool game, and lots of Euro Truck Simulator. So hopefully everybody will connect with Charinator, and he's got 189 subscribers right now. And he started a second channel. I'm assuming this is StreamYard Panels here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Charinator Chat. And this is a second channel, obviously, from the same creator. He's been around a long time now, so lots of friends, I'm sure, are going to be featured on the channel. He's more than halfway on the road to the first 100. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit closer. We know that that's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, of course. SL Effect, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I believe you're here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. Yellow Shirt Dad is Gene. He brings us the joke of the day. He's another longtime friend. He's been with us for years. It's time for me to spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. But what we'll do right now is we'll go for a break for 3.5 minutes, and right before we do that, I'm going to play for you a clip from our interview podcast series. Now, I was expecting that I was going to have a couple more videos recorded and ready to go. I'm uncertain about what I'm going to do with that video series because things changed the second I started with it on YouTube, and it's become incredibly easy now for anybody that wants to promote their channel up to 10,000 subscribers. So I'm not sure if the interviews are as heavy hitting these days as I wish they had been. I do appreciate everybody watching them, and I'll give you a little taste right now. What we often do is play a 3-minute clip, but the conversations actually go on for an hour to 2 hours long. There's 4 episodes on the channel in a playlist and listed as a podcast. These are interview style, where I ask the opinions of the featured creators who are longtime friends of ours. All of them have been with us for at least 3 years. The biggest thing about this is that all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of like views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was like pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, you know, like skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link to send it back. So that's, yeah, we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it works.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know, when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help. And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well. Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trend meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes we not. But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
Pardon me. We're almost back. We're going to look at Bella's Whisper Farmstead in a quick second. I did spin the wheel. That was the channel that came up. And forgive the self-promotion, but I do want to just take a quick second to thank everybody. My personal channel officially hit 10,000 subscribers yesterday. And it's been a long wait, but I really do appreciate everybody with all the support that you give. I know a lot of our friends here in the Superchat family have been over there many times. You know, I never often enough, but I do give props to our moderators a lot of the time. They've all been friends of mine for at least 3 years, if not 4 and longer. But a lot of our friends here in Superchat help in the way that moderators do. I just don't add a lot of moderators. I don't want everybody to have to sit there doing moderator duties and things like that. We try to make it as easy on our moderators as we can so they can enjoy the streams as well. But on my personal channel, I have a lot of friends who have helped a lot over the years, and I really do appreciate that, because you only get to hit it once. And I'll put a community post out on Saturday for that. I like to give it a couple of days. You know how YouTube plays with our numbers, just in case it dips and goes back up. But that's an official 10,000, so I'm happy for that. And onward and upward. So thank you everybody for the kind words in the chat as well. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is homesteading on a budget. This is Kristen and Mike, as a matter of fact. As you get to know the channel, you get an idea of the different things they're doing here. They put a lot of what I believe is consideration into the videos before they make them, and then they do an incredibly thorough and effective job throughout the videos of showing us all the different things that they're bringing to us. It's funny because the barn dominium is coming up for me even when I'm on my personal account as suggested all the time. I've told everybody here many times before, you know, I'm a big city boy. I came from Toronto. I live in Niagara Falls, Ontario. I'm always surrounded by steel, concrete, and glass. But I'm fascinated by tiny homes and what our homesteading friends have been able to show us about things like prepping, canning, preserving, cooking, baking, and then all the outdoor content like raising livestock and you know, growing your own food and things like that. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead brings a lot of that to us, as you would expect. And like I said, the videos are very well considered and then thorough when they come through. And it could be Kristen or Mike or both of them together. When we get into shorts on this channel, we see that most of what they've done, if not all, is in line with the rest of the content on the channel. They've gotten into 2,600 and 3,300 views on their shorts videos now. And then when we get into live streams, they bring these out occasionally, and hopefully I'll catch them for the next one. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. And they're working on 1,600 subscribers right now, so we'd like to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. My dear friend Gloria's Platters in the house. She's been with us since the beginning, and Jose Fantasticville has been with us a long time as well. I think they've been with us at least a year, if not a couple. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Sean's Nerdcraft Corner is coming up right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Cruisin' Koozies, good to see you in the house. Gloria's Platters making me laugh. For the last at least 3 times that she's come into the chat, it seems, if not more, she comes in just as we go on one of those 3-minute breaks. But she came in right after this time, so it'll be another at least 15 minutes, if not 20, before we do anything like that again. Gloria's Platter, like I said, has been a friend of ours since the beginning. So, Sean's Nerdcraft Corner is fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. They just started coming in a little while ago. I'm still wondering if I happen to know this channel from a while ago or if they had just come in recently for the first time. So they started in 2011, so I think they're a longtime friend that renamed their channel, and I could be mistaken. So 146 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 200 we know they're thinking about. They're playing another game similar to what we saw from Charinator earlier. This is the American Truck Simulator, and it's incredible to me. I'm a big fan of video games. I don't make nearly enough time to play. Grand Theft Auto is my game of choice, but I'm lucky enough to be, I was there when things like Nintendo and ColecoVision and Sega and Atari and all that stuff had been invented. Atari I was a little bit young, but the rest of them I knew very well. Now I really enjoy video games, but I'm kind of amazed at how they can literally make a video game out of anything at all. And a couple people in the chat might know what I'm talking about. There's literally a game out there where you have a pressure washer and you're like walking around cleaning buildings and stuff, and I'm like, no, how could there be a game of this? I occasionally get paid to do that as part of my full-time job. People make a living doing that, and people are doing it for fun and for free. Same thing with driving trucks, and same things with a lot of things that we see. But I'm just amazed at all the different kinds of video games that are out there, especially today, and the ones that keep coming. Sean's Nerdcraft Corner is mixing these up, as you can see, and then once in a while we'll get a talking head video from this creator as well. So I'm still getting to know the channel, but we're into shorts over here now that have gotten into over 1,000 views as well, over 1,100. And then when we get into live streams, we see some more video gameplay, but we also see some talking head videos, StreamYard panels, and I think I recognize a couple of creators there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sean's Nerdcraft Corner, and they've been coming in frequently lately, almost every stream. It's great that you're going for game development. If I ever can make the time in my life, I aspire to get back into video game development. I have put some of the world's worst video games onto the App Store almost 10 years ago now. And I hope to eventually get back to that now that technology has changed and my programming skills and stuff have improved a little bit. The Stock Explorer is in the house. We'll get them onto the wheel right now. They happen to be a member, but they're also a beloved and dedicated moderator. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. When we look at Tales Told in the Dark, this is a longtime friend of ours. This is Cassie from Oracles and Beyond, and she has a voice that a lot of people will talk about. Surprising for her not to be a voiceover artist. She does a lot of narration and reading, and has an army of friends on her channel. Now, she came to us with Oracles and Beyond, and has moved over to this channel right now, Tales Told in the Dark, with 2,100 subscribers, on the road to 2,200 actually. When you get through this channel, you're going to find the land of ASMR and mythology, mythical creatures, cryptids, scary stories, history, and more. She goes down a lot of rabbit holes and drags us with her, but it's it's the pleasing voice that she has that makes it. I don't want to use the wrong words here, but it's a lot of fun. But she's got a very welcoming community surrounding her as well. So you'll be feeling welcome when you get to her channel, and then very much feeling like a part of the community only within a moment of being there. 4,600, 5,300, even 9,900 views on this shorts video, so you might get to 10,000 very soon. And then when we get into the live stream, she just did two of them actually a couple of weeks ago, and these are oracle readings. So she's done these countless times before, and like I said, she has an army of friends, not just in her community surrounding the channel, but influencers that join her on stream, or even actually take over at times to do some of these oracle readings. Those can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, and what might be to come. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tales Told in the Dark. We'll push her towards the 2,200 subscribers we know she must be thinking about. Now we'll look at some e-commerce with Marketplace Boutique. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The pipe guy in the house, that is Home Bartending with John with a second channel. And he's already on the wheel, but I'm switching my name so I don't forget to put that channel up. I've been doing well lately. I think I haven't been forgetting lately, but Home Bartending with John, I forget his second channel like 1,000 times, and it's really unique. He brings us two different one-of-a-kind channels. Southern Belle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I was always curious as to whether I was getting confused about that channel, and I figured it out the other day. Finally, it's been months now. We have a friend named Miss Southern Belle as well. RJ and Jace TV, good to see you in the house. They're longtime friends also. And Ride Alongside, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being certain if this is your first time in our live stream, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. And Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen right now. So this is Jody. I'm just going to grab her latest video. She gives us some information on her About section that tells us about how she was working in law and made a career change and wanted to spend some more time at home and got into e-commerce in around 1998. Since then, what she brings to us on her YouTube channel are the ins and outs of selling or buying and selling online platforms like eBay. So things like listing and shipping, I can tell you, are very easy tasks to complete and learn. And even I've done literally thousands, like over 1,000. I've listed, I think, 2,000 items and shipped well over 1,000 packages by now. She'll talk about those things as well. But the magic really comes in finding the right things to buy and then hopefully sell, make a profit while giving somebody a good deal. And she gives us a really great hint and secret in a few of her videos where she'll buy a collection of different things and then split it up and sell it individually. She even takes us shopping into estate sales and flea markets so we can get an idea of where she's finding some of the things that she sells. Now this is an interesting channel when we start to talk about shorts, because this is a perfect example of somebody bringing us variety in the shorts videos regardless of the category or niche of the channel. And she does bring the occasional variety in her videos as well. But here we've gotten into 11,000, 12,000, 14, and even 19,000 views on some of these shorts videos and lots of live streams. So she's done a lot of collaborating with Backyard Trucker here, who just hit 1,000 subscribers as well, so they're celebrating there. Sometimes Jody will be on the road, sometimes on the water, sometimes by the fire, and really mixes these things up. She's also monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and hopefully we can push her a little bit farther towards the 1,500 subscribers we know that she's thinking about. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And pardon me, I thought I muted my mic. I might not have. I just coughed for a second there, if you heard that. Judgment Day, Mike Harper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And what we're looking at right now is my Traveling Gypsy Tarot. So this is a fairly new channel in the Tuber Chat family. They've just been with us a few weeks now. Quite a few shorts on the channel. And when I look at these, we're going to see that they've gotten into 500 views and beyond, which is great to see, and those will continue to grow as they post more and more, I'm sure. Lots of new information about shorts, by the way. I put a community post out today, but it features a video from the Creator Insiders team. There's a few channels we got to follow, like YouTube Creators, Creator Insiders, and these are official YouTube channels, not just like Think Media and video creators from Tim Schmoyer and things like that. There's a good list of influential channels everybody should be following, but especially the official YouTube channels, because you want to get the news or information about features that they're bringing. Live streams on this channel are frequent, so they just did one yesterday. It seems they're doing these almost daily, and we'll see if those are going to continue. And like I said, we got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then they're at 94 subscribers, so they're getting dangerously close to that first 100. And like I said, it is an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, so we'd love to get them a little bit closer. Dark Swordsman Gaming is another longtime friend. They're dropping a super chat. They've done that countless times before. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when that happens. So we'll look at their channel right now. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The next channel that we're looking at, Dark Swordsman Gaming, thank you again for that super chat, by the way, has got 188 subscribers, and we'd love to push them towards the 200 they're thinking about. You can see they post videos not just daily, sometimes multiple videos a day, tons of video gameplay. You notice that they've got these frames around their thumbnails now to depict the different kinds of games, so if you were to find something that you liked on the channel, you'd know right away, oh, I gotta click these purple ones or these blue ones, similar to what we might do with a playlist. I'm just going to grab their latest video, put that into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They've started with shorts now, and hopefully that will continue, but they've got lots of live streams, and I've caught them many times. They play different games here, and they've actually introduced at least me to different games, if not anybody else. They play a lot of popular ones, and then something like Stardew Valley I think I was introduced to on this channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with Dark Swordsman Gaming, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you one more time for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated always. And the Numismaniac from Edmonton, Alberta, and Jevin Richardson. Or, pardon me, sorry, Judgment Day Mike Harper are doing the same thing. They've both done that before, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Like I said, absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. So we're going to look at those 2 channels next. What we're going to do right now is take another break. We'll make this one a really quick one. We'll just go for 3 minutes or so. This is, while I play the slides that we always do during these breaks, I'm going to play a special song. This is something that was made last week by our friend Jake Huston, and he has done a lot of these for a lot of different channels. So as you filter through the Tuberchat family, you're going to actually see a lot of these, but I'd recommend anybody connect with Jake Huston, Husdon, and you'll be able to meet the creator that made this, and then we'll be right back.
Are you out there grinding, day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuberchat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuberchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Superchat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuberchat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuberchat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise. Together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuberchat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team, let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Superchats got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty badges and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Superchat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Superchat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.
I'm sure everybody enjoys that, but you'll hear a lot more songs like that when you travel, like I said, through the Superchat family. Jake Huston did a lot of those for a lot of our friends, and they all come from an AI system that he seems to have mastered. So I'm appreciative of it, and I hope everybody enjoys those. We usually play that once, just about once a stream. So, a couple of creators dropped Super Chats earlier. Dark Swordsman Gaming, thank you again. We looked at that channel. The Numismaniac from Edmonton, Alberta, we're going to talk about right now. And then we're going to get to Judgment Day, Mike Harper. All of these creators have done that kind of thing many times before. We always put Super Chatters onto the screen along with membership gifters as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. Yeah, Denza Kuduro, I believe it's called. I'll never pronounce it properly, but Denza Kuduro. Scratch and Pete and I know that song very well, absolutely. I used to be a DJ 100 years ago, and I did that for a couple of decades or more. So that was a regular song. Something about Latin music in Toronto. Almost every DJ in every bar or nightclub on Saturday night would have to play at least a set of Latin music, or Spanish music, if we want to call it that. And when we look at the chat, I see Cruz Bolero's in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And I did add another channel, the Perrin family. I hope is still with us. It's a little bit early, but at least once an hour, if not more, I add a name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. I'm not sure if they're still with us, but that's okay. We occasionally remove names from the wheel as well to speed things up later in the stream if somebody hasn't been here for a while. And then the Numismaniacs got a special video. The latest one that they've put out is right here. Oh, a special retirement dinner for a friend. That's really, really cool. They were driving for Edmonton Transit, and that can be an interesting career path. I've actually got a friend driving around. I think he drives around Hamilton. It must be Halton region in Ontario. And then, so affirmations, motivation, and meditation, you absolutely can do that. Our instructions are in our video description. The most effective way to connect with people is just to take your time, meet people one by one, and then we go and visit each other's channels. You'll see a lot of silly things that we say in the chat, like I've been to your house and left you a gift or left you a package. It just means somebody's been to your channel and left you a comment on a video, which hopefully is 3 minutes or longer. Hopefully they left about 3 or 4 sentences in that comment. You'll have to check your held for review section. That goes for everybody, of course, to make sure you don't miss anyone. But there's always brand new channels in the chat every day here in Superchatter, every time we stream. There's always friends who've been with us for 3 or 4 years and everywhere in between. So there'll always be more channels to meet, almost 100 on average every single stream. Over a 3-hour period. So impossible to catch everybody, But as you connect with people, one of the things I should mention is that a couple of people bring it up here and there, and I keep forgetting to mention it. We shouldn't be constantly saying, hey, new friend from Superchat, new friend from Superchat, new friend from Superchat. Because as you can imagine, we've been here over 4 years now, and so many people have said the same thing in the algorithm that your comment almost certainly will get held for review. It's best to leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video you're watching, and I recommend 3 or 4 sentences so that it doesn't get flagged for review. But that's just an idea. Thank you, Just Jason Keto and more. I enjoyed his live stream earlier today. John123, Canada 420, good to see you in the house. A slight name change there. And Andre Southgate brings us prize fighting on his channel. Good to see you in the house. He's a longtime friend as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Pardon me for a second there. Tuber chips, yes. I've thought about different types of merchandise over the years, but yeah, tuber chips might not be the worst idea ever. You can customize a lot of different merchandise out there. They'd have to be ketchup chips, though, because they're so popular in Canada. I'm assuming ketchup chips are the #1 flavor in Canada, even though most of our American friends haven't seemed to have had them before. The Numismaniac's up on the screen right now. So this is a special video that they've put out. The Numismaniac's going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins, other collectibles of value, precious metals, and the like. This creator gets really involved in a lot of community service, as a matter of fact, as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 800, even 1,700 views. That one's still getting views, actually, and he shows us some of that Edmonton winter weather there. StreamYard panels usually feature, live streams usually feature StreamYard panels, and that's the skipper up there in the corner. You'll recognize him on his channel. And there's a lot of history here, as a matter of fact. The last couple times I caught him for live streams, I believe I was learning quite a bit there. In my opinion, there's a lot to learn in just about everything he does. He's now crossed his 1,000 subscribers as well, which is great to see for this fellow Canadian creator. And he's been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Superchat family over the years now. When we look at his second channel, you're going to see something really interesting, because Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a channel that's specifically dedicated to getting messages to and from Santa Claus. And it's almost at 300 subscribers right now, but these are really, really cool. So I hope everybody will take a moment to have a look at these as well, especially with, I know we're in Halloween season now, but Christmas season is kind of right around the corner. So it's great to get on something like this really early. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know Intro to Mills came in, so thank you for coming in. And thank you, Glorious Platter. And then let's spin the wheel and see who's coming up next. Thank you again, the Numismaniac, for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Judgment Day Mike Harper's coming up right now, and then we're going to look at the Stock Explorer. Judgment Day Mike Harper also dropped a super chat like the Numismaniac and Dark Swordsman Gaming earlier. They've all done that many times before. And like I keep saying, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. And when we look at Judgment Day Mike Harper, actually we'll talk about his content in a second here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I see Ashley's in the house. Good to see you here. And Judgment Day Mike Harper is going to bring us a lot of movie reviews lately. It's really variety on this creator's channel, but that's what you're going to find more than anything else. 532 subscribers. They'll give you quite a bit of information on their About section, so you can read about the creator behind the channel. Shorts have started to really move into 1,400, even 2,100 on one of these, which is great to see, and I think that's a fairly new one, actually. And then live streams on the channel are frequent as well, so he's usually on at least once a week, mostly talking head videos from this creator. But he's got a second channel, Michael W. Harper, is where we get to learn a little bit more from this creator. Lots of DVD reviews over here, and this creator's got shorts as well, and these have now gotten into 400 views and beyond, so those will likely continue to grow as they post more and more, and a few talking head live streams over here up to a few months ago. So hopefully everybody will connect with both of their channels. And obviously Judgment Day Mike Harper in the chat with us is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. RJ's Lifestyle, good to see you in the house. I thought you'd been here once before, but I must be mistaken. Maybe I recognize your channel from the YouTube streets, as we like to say. But it's good to have you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video description. We're going to put up the Stock Explorer next. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. No need to fear, BFE is back. Big family expedition. Yes, I wondered if you're still here. And then the Perrin family, I'm curious if they're still here as well. Crystal Sparkle's been added to the wheel. I know Warm Strong Adventures and Design with Emma came in earlier. I've got them on the wheel. Kathy Payne needs to be added. I'll get them onto the wheel as well. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but after another little while, I'll add another name to our wheel from our chat list. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream, and I've got a chatbot called Streamlabs that helps keep track of that. And then Crystal Sparkles already talking about Vlogmas, just for playlists right now. But yeah, it's time to think about that stuff. For anybody that's doing Vlogtober, that's quite an undertaking. And then Vlogmas is going to be right around the corner. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine, and they're all dear friends of each other. They have been for a long time. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer. This is another creator that's going to talk to us about the stock markets along with some crypto. And they've actually brought a lot of variety onto their channel over the last year or so. The Stock Explorer often has product in hand, as a matter of fact. They're monetized, of course. They've actually even got some members-only content on their channel. Pardon me, and a brand new series called Scratching with Strangers, where they're doing some lottery ticket scratching. When you dig through some of their videos, though, you'll get into talk about the stock market, of course, usually particular stocks. They've often got product in hand, and then StreamYard panels can either be in videos or live streams, as well as they've got shorts. This is where they bring us most of the variety on the channel. This is where they really get into variety of different types, and it's gotten into 2,500, 2,800, 4,000 views on one, and then 11,000 views on another one, and I think that one's still getting views today. The Stock Explorer is Nora, and this creator's working on 2,200 subscribers. They've got live streams on the channel regularly. They could be lottery ticket scratch battling with other creators, and collaborating is a great way to grow your channel organically and very quickly. Every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, it's all but impossible not to grab another handful of subscribers, if that makes sense. Sometimes the Stock Explorer's got friendly conversation, though. Sometimes they're talking stocks and crypto. They got charts and graphs behind them. Sometimes it's friendly conversation, and like I said, StreamYard panels, and I've joined them on their channel for a YouTube conversation for about 2 hours last year. So you can search that out if you you want to on the channel when you get there. The Stock Explorer Nora is, like I said, a dear friend and one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. This creator also has a second channel called Tropical Buzz, and they're working on 300 subscribers right now. This is kind of a back burner project for them, but it is something I like to show everybody quickly. They share with us their knowledge of plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves, and then they've got some shorts over here that have already long past 600 views and beyond. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nora, the Stock Explorer, and on the Tropical Buzz channel. And it's funny how we think about different things over a lifetime, and finance of any kind is something that I've always been interested in, literally, like from being even a little kid. And not that I ever knew anything more than anybody else or anything like that, but I do find it fascinating. So I like to I'd like to say read books, but I actually go through a lot more audio books. But I find finance to be fascinating, not to mention it's essential for everybody, of course. But when I see things like Dogecoin drop, I actually get more excited than when I see it go up, because it's almost like, no, I don't want it to go up yet. I want to try to acquire more of everything if I can. I have a tiny amount of crypto now. I've barely dipped my toe into that pool, but I do read up on it every day, and I share that fun with the Stock Explorer as well. Design with Emma is on the screen right now, and we'll talk about their content in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So thank you for asking, Jevin Richardson, and you guys are making me laugh in the chat, actually. But you're giving me the opportunity to talk about this, so we'll get into story time today. Even though I have a sticky note on my monitor that says no story time, I will try to make it a quick story time for today. But since Jevin Richardson asked, so I'm going to show you some books. And for instance, these are classics. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I've got a set of the 3 original books from Rich Dad, Poor Dad here. So this is the best-selling personal finance book of all time. Now, I happen to have well, they're not hardcover, they're paperback, but I've got like hard copies here in front of me right now, but they're really just meant to be desk accessories. All of the books on that shelf, of course, I've read at least twice, every single one. But I say read, but what I mean is really I go through audiobooks much more than I read, sit and read a book. Because I do a lot of driving. I enjoy driving, but I also enjoy listening. But an audiobook is something that used to be recorded on cassette tapes and CDs. Now you find them in the same format as like podcasts, or there are probably tons of YouTube videos of them. Amazon owns a company called Audible, as in audio, like something that you hear. And Audible is a company that puts out tons and tons and tons, literally probably billions by now, of these audiobooks where somebody is reading the book so that you could just listen to it. So you could put your headphones on, you could take a walk, just sit there and relax. You could go on a, treadmill, or, if you're waiting at a doctor or dentist office for something, or especially if you're driving. It's an opportunity to have the book read to you instead of you having to sit there, and read the book, right? So I like it because it gives you the opportunity to do 2 things at once. However, it's not for everybody, but audiobooks are wildly popular. And I'd recommend anybody give it a try because, like I said, you can do it while you're doing other things, especially chores around the house or other unenjoyable things, for instance. But I've been lucky enough to be through tons of them. I listen to them all the time, occasionally podcasts, but all of the most important books, the top books in, let's say, finance and personal development, I've been through at least twice. And for a while there, I was going through a new book every month, but it comes and goes. You know, for 2 or 3 months, I'll go through like new books, and then I'll go back and read some older ones. But these are just ideas. Purple Tube is another friend that has been with us for about 4 years now. And hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Your chat says service unavailable. It probably means that your internet is choking a little bit, or mine could be choking a little bit, but if you just refresh, it'll probably come right back up. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. One of these days I expect to put a video together where I talk about my, let's say, top 5 or 10 books of all time, and let's say top 5 or 10 finance books of all time, because I find them fascinating. Home Bartending with John. I wonder if he's joking. I don't know if he's joking. He said he's got a book coming out on Audible this week, so I'll wait and see if he's serious. If he's serious, I'll definitely go and look at that right away. But you never know. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And we're looking at Design with Emma. So this is a creator who's going to talk to us not only about interior design, but how we can find different interesting items when we're looking for them on a budget if we want to. So they give us looks for lots of different things, whether we're looking at our homes or other workspaces or other things we might be considering. And then they're following themes as well. They literally take us shopping, which is really, really cool in some of the videos. So I've just taken the latest one. I've put this into my catch-up list. That was a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Shorts on this channel feature pure variety, but some of these have done really well. They've gotten into 22,000, 33,000, even 69,000 views, and then live streams on the channel. Now, I haven't caught them in as long as I can remember. Hopefully I can catch you for one of these live streams. It still perplexes me as to why I can't seem to catch them for a live stream. I'm going to do something here interesting. Sometimes we all get frustrated because YouTube notifications don't seem to work as well as we think they should, especially if you've been connected to a channel for a long time. I literally just got a comment today from somebody who got a notification about the last stream 16 hours after it happened. So what I'm going to do is just unsubscribe and resubscribe, resubscribe to the channel right now. And then I'm going to put all the notifications on, and hopefully that will help fix those notifications. So I do that all at once, as you notice. And then, of course, they got these live streams that have come out fairly frequently, almost once a week on average. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Design with Emma. They're working on 3,000 subscribers, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Kathy Payna is coming up, and I see Jesse Miller unboxings and more in the house. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Aloha Freedom Tours Hawaii is how we're going to be introduced to Kathy Payne's channel when we look at the About section. They got 580 subscribers now, so we'd love to push them towards the 600 we know they're thinking about. And they're here with us frequently, and they actually, I think they support all of my channels as well, including our copyright-free music channel, which I forget to mention every day. But for those of you who haven't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams and shorts as well. It's actually on all major music platforms, so when you're making TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, and everything else, that music is available. You might just have to search it, but you can find the YouTube channel that is an official artist channel on the front of our homepage, and then you'll be able to get the name, search it out on the other platforms, and use that music regularly. And when we look at Kathy Payne's channel, we see pure variety, mostly outdoor content though. And then this creator is going to bring us some shorts here. I see one of them's gotten over 1,100 views, which is great. And then live streams on the channel are an idea they have experimented with in the past. We'll see if they're going to continue those in the future. And Kathy Piena, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us for several years as well now. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. It's time for us to take another break. And we'll look at that luck. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More just came in and got picked on the wheel right away. Angie's Cooking and Spree, good to see you in the house. What we're going to do right now, though, we'll take that break for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play for you another clip from our interview podcast series. These are videos now that are in a playlist on the Superchat channel. All of these conversations are done in an interview style. The conversations go on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. All the featured creators have been longtime friends of ours, at least 3 years, and then all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also if I'm talking about a specific thing like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What did you put? You know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, does sugar go on grits, sugar or salt? So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is what we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you, you have an interest in this particular topic.
All right, we're back and looking at Jessie Miller unboxings and more. She's been another longtime friend, probably 4 years now. I lose track of a lot of, the time frames between a lot of the friendships between either myself or us here in the Tuber Chat family and a lot of creators. But I hope everybody takes inspiration from that, knowing that there are creators who are going to support you literally so long into the future, you're not even going to be able to remember how long or when that kind of thing started. Now, Jessie Miller unboxings and more, I just remember has been a part of our community for about as long as Purple Tube and Gloria's Platter and most of our moderators, actually. So we've been here about 4.5 years now officially, or close to it, and a lot of these creators came in during that first summer or right after. Now, Jessie Miller Unboxings and More brings us a lot of unboxing videos. It's interesting because she really mixes things up over here. So she could be bringing us crafting supplies or things that she has created with some of these crafting supplies, or subscription services. And her unboxing videos literally are a completely diverse collection of all sorts of different things that we might expect to see and a lot that we might not. So for instance, she'll have like sticker boxes or jewelry boxes or bath and beauty products. Could be a haul that she does from Temu like this. So a real good mix of a lot of different things. She does a really thorough job of showing us the things, first of all, that she unboxes, but then secondly, like I said, the things that she makes when she gets the things unboxed. Then when we get into shorts videos on her channel, she features a lot of the things she finds in those different types of boxes. They're not all subscription boxes. Occasionally they are, but like there's stationery here, right? There's snacks over here. There's jewelry throughout, and then bath and beauty products like I was talking about. So you get an idea of the kinds of things that she's bringing to us, and some of her shorts have now gotten into over 1,000 and 2,000 views. And then when we get into live streams, she does these occasionally, so she's probably due for another one. And she does these every month or two. She does a spectacular job of keeping up with the chat and has a vibrant community. It's interesting because for somebody who doesn't live stream every week, she's got a vibrant audience that feels like what we see in a lot of creators that do. So that's the kind of impact she's having on her audience. Hopefully everybody will connect with Jessie Miller Unboxings and More. We love to push her towards the 2,200 subscribers she's thinking about. She's monetized. She has lots of ways to support her, including super chats, super stickers, super thanks. When we get to her channel, I see Dawn's channel is in the house. Good to have you here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. I did add Be Bodacious onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Be Bodacious, look at that luck. You're actually coming up right now. And we'll see what they've got going on. We never know how long it's going to take for a channel to come up. The wheel, of course, is perfectly random. And most of our friends who've been with us for many months or even up to, let's say, a year or longer know what it's like to be picked first, picked last, and everywhere in between. Be Bodacious is another creator who's been with us so long that I can't even remember how long it's been. I think it's 3 years, but it certainly is at least 2, and it might be longer. 4,600 subscribers they've got now. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there as well. So Be Bodacious is going to bring us a little bit of variety, talking about lifestyle and travel, but also does a lot of informative content when it comes to the idea of service dogs, when we think about the idea of disabilities, or in Canada now we've shied away from a million different terms for everything in the world. So much so I don't even know what word we would use for that when we have to go out and look at different types of accommodations where we might have used things like that before. We now use the word accessible, until, I'm sure, and forgive my sarcasm, someday 5 or 10 years from now somebody's going to say we can't say that anymore either. But Be Bodacious does a really thorough job, and always with informative content. I actually caught them for, I thought, more than one live stream over the last month. They do these regularly, so I caught them about 4 weeks ago and again 2 weeks ago. And these are really informative. One of the things that is great, you'll hear me use the words dynamic creation creator about just about everybody in the Superchat family, and I'll tell you why that is. But this is truly a dynamic creator, and while she does stop to say hello to everybody that comes into the chat, doesn't skip a beat in the content, which is great to see. Everybody here has even seen somebody like me who's done this over 700 times still trip and lose my train of thought and go off on tangents and the story time that we all know and love from the Tuber Chat streams and everything else. But Be Bodacious does a great job of keeping on track with their videos, and then live streams. Then they've got shorts over here as well, getting into 11,000, 15,000 views and beyond, and hopefully we can push them towards the 4,700 subscribers that we know that they're thinking of. So obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Next up, we're going to look at the parent family. So this is a creator that has two different channels. I'm not sure if they're still in the chat with us. They were really early in the door today, and they were here for a while. Gloria's bladder's making me laugh. The parent family is working on 800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. And I'm just going to have a look at one of their latest videos here. I'm going to take this one because it's a few minutes longer than the latest one. I'll put that into my catch-up playlist. That's a funly named playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators or get caught up with them to a point. When we look at their About section, they're going to introduce themselves to us, but they'll give us a bit of information as to what we're going to expect on the channel. And then when we get into shorts videos over here, we see that one of these has got over 1,600 views, which is great to see, and a bit of a combination between outdoor and a lot of indoor content in the kitchen there. I'm leaning towards homesteading when I think about the content that I see on the channel, but they'll talk about possibly homeschooling. So that's what they started with, and then they're letting us follow the family's adventures. Then they've got live streams over here as well. So I caught them a few days ago for the first time, and they're fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. That's why they've just been with us a couple of weeks now. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 800 subscribers we know that they're thinking about, and then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So the creator we're going to talk about right now happens to be a beloved and dedicated moderator, literally one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube now. Scratch and PPA brings an interesting twist to a very popular genre and category of videos on YouTube. Jake Huston, there he is. There's the creator that made that song that I played about 15 minutes, I guess half an hour ago, something like that. That's the creator that's done a lot of those theme songs for a lot of the channels I was talking about. If you want to connect with him, Jake Huston there. And then Scratch and PPA up on the screen right now literally seems to be everywhere all the time. He is literally the reason why I use those words to describe him and a few other creators as well that are so unbelievably supportive. What he brings to us, when I say an interesting twist on a popular category and genre of YouTube videos, if that makes sense, is lottery ticket scratching, and he pits two tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets this series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. I recognize all the tickets here because he's a fellow Canadian. We're actually from the same province and not too far from each other at all. So I recognize every ticket that I see here, or most of them anyway, from when I head through our different grocery stores and gas stations and pharmacies and things like that. They all sell lottery tickets there. Scratch and Pete PA has giveaways in his video series. Those are hinted, if that makes sense. He gives us a hint on his thumbnails, and you'll notice the presentation's been at the forefront of this creator's mind from the very beginning. He started well over 4 years ago now, and put a lot of thought and consideration into what he was going to do before he did it. His channel is perfectly niched, perfect consistency. This creator has literally put out a video every single week for over 3.5 years. He's working on 2,200 subscribers. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content that you see in those thumbnails, of course. His banner's updated every single week, if you can imagine that. And his video editing skills have been complimented from the very beginning as well. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and newly added memberships when we get there. Shorts on the channel feature a vacation that he took last year to Italy, where he brought us some unique vlogging style shorts videos, along with some Italian lottery tickets we might not have otherwise seen. Now we got some new news as well, literally. Like, I just watched the video, I think today or yesterday, but had to do with shorts. I think it was today. And they just put this out where shorts now are going to it's a very long speech I would have to give about this. You'll have to watch the video. It's on our community page. But shorts are going to have a new time limit of 3 minutes. So some of the rules apply to shorts that are under 60 seconds, but they've got new things for shorts that are over 60 seconds, under 3 minutes. So you have to look into that. But that makes something like what Scratch and Pete PA did here kind of a thought for something for the future. Because like I said, these are vlogging style shorts, so almost like a vlog but in a shorts format. Then live streams on the channel. He started his very first live stream in that trip to Italy that he took last year, and I know a lot of people are excited to know that he's expanded the content on his channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with this beloved and dedicated moderator, and we'd love to push him towards the 2,200 subscribers we know he's thinking about. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So earlier tonight, there was a collaboration going on. I'll show you the live stream replay here between our dear friend Gail Southern Living from Broken Hearts Ministry and our Georgia Suburban Homestead, where they were doing a bit of a fundraiser. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is known here in the Superchat family as an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Obviously bringing us homesteading content, but from a residential neighborhood, wanting to inspire us to grow our own food as they do, and they share their experiences with us. Shorts on this channel feature more content in line with the rest of what they're doing on the channel. When we get into the popular shorts here, we see they've gotten into almost 6,000 views in one, 10,000 views and more on another one. And then live streams are occasional on the channel. They seem to be aiming for about once a week here. And then they've got a second channel to show us as well. I Died NDE stands for near-death experiences. And they're not just talking about themselves on this channel. They're actually looking for more creators and influencers to share their stories on this channel as well. So they've got 58 subscribers over here. We'd love to push them towards that first 100. I keep saying it, but it's an exciting and important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. And then they've got one shorts video for now and live streams on the channel they've started with as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter on both of their channels. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I see Natalie Nicole's ASMR. She's been a friend of ours for as long as I can remember as well. Can't remember with Natalie Nicole's ASMR if it might have been 4 years as well. It's 3 for sure, but it might be 4 years by now. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. The Virtual Diaries, I'm not sure if I said hello, but thank you for being here. I saw you come in. Crystal Sparkle is somebody who's not only here just about every single stream, but always is involved in conversation and always brings positivity into the chat, for which I'm grateful. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And Six Bows is back as another longtime friend. Good to see you here. I just caught her for a live stream yesterday, I think. Was it today or was it yesterday? And then thank you, Affirmations, Motivation, and Meditation. Hopefully we'll see you again very soon. We expect to be on Sunday around this time. Again, I mix up the days and times. We don't have a schedule here. But that's so that everybody here knows when we expect to be back on. And then Crystal Sparkle is going to bring us a lot of different conventions on the channel more than anything else right now. A lot of almost outdoor adventure. They head indoors, but they're actually out is what I mean to say. And we see a lot of My Little Pony on the channel, which I was going to say was a big thing for a long time, but it seems that this has carried itself through for decades and decades and decades. And lots of fans here. When I was a young lad, me and my sister used to play like with our toys and stuff like that. I would have Transformers and G.I. Joe, and she would have like Barbies and My Little Pony, and I just couldn't concentrate well enough to try to get into playing My Little Ponies without wanting to bring all the G.I. Joe stuff in and start attacking everything. But they are fond memories. And then some of these shorts have gotten into 2,000, even 3,000 views. One at 18,000 now, which is great to see. They bring us live streams as well. So this is a bit of a different type of live stream. I wish I caught that one. And otherwise, they seem to be out at a lot of these conventions and gatherings as well, which is great. So hopefully everybody will connect with Crystal Sparkle, an incredibly positive creator, uplifting, dare I say, as well, because of the positivity they bring into our chat and have ever since they found us a few months ago. And they're working on 1,200 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,200 we know that they must be thinking about. It must be more than a few months now. Crystal Sparkle, I think, has been with us for, I would guess, 6 months by now. And forgive me if I'm mistaken. I said it earlier in the stream, but once in a while I lose track of how long some of these friendships have gone on. So that's not a horrible idea. Yeah, Southern Belle does a lot of auctions, as a matter of fact, and selling My Little Pony is a great idea, especially if you can catch collections at something like auctions or, you know, garage sales and stuff like that. I don't do a lot of buying and selling enough that I chase down garage sales, but somebody certainly could. But I've bought a few things at auctions, stuff like that, but you often find gems. Where people, you know, for whatever reason are emptying out the house or moving things around and this and that. And sometimes you can find things that are not necessarily of value to everybody, but they're of extremely high value to a specific group of people, which now the internet lets everybody find each other as well. So that stuff's gotten easier. I remember when eBay had first started, a friend of mine, 1990 something, said to me, we were working together, "Oh, dude, I'm getting into online auctions and stuff." And I said, "I don't know what you're doing, man. Who's gonna buy anything online from an auction?" I've been wrong about many things, but that is a classic. And then eBay took over and became a huge platform. And as it is now, I still sell the tiniest amount of stuff on eBay, and I help run an eBay store, as a matter of fact. So ironic, to say the least. But Crystal Sparkle is, like I said, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Big Family Expedition, thank you for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm sure the Black Widow channel will be happy to have that. They're fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. And for that reason, Big Family Expedition is going to be the next channel that we look at. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters up onto the screen right away when those things happen. And we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. We still got a long time to go. We got well over an hour that we can stay if everybody would like. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the wheel and the screen. And it's just about time for me to get another name onto our wheel from our chat list as well. So I think I'll do that right now when we go on our next break. So we're going to go for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play for you another one of those clips from our interview series that's recently been released. Right before I do that, I'm just going to welcome Lisa's Fun Finds into the house. And I think I missed a channel coming in. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts is here, and I'll get them onto the wheel with Lewis Acre Farm Karma. And these conversations, again, like I keep talking about, our interviews, I tried to get the opinion of the creators that are featured in these interviews without adding a lot of my own. There's no story time in any of those interviews because everybody gets to hear from me every day, right? And the focus, of course, is to get what they really think, knowing that they've been through everything we've been through and more, because they started more than 4 years ago, all of them. But they've been friends of ours for over 3.5 years. If you can imagine, they've gone through exactly what we've gone through. They know exactly the kind of things we need to hear from their experience. The reason why I asked it, because all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're just about back, and we're going to look at Big Family Expedition. I have the smallest amount of news, too. By the way, often when I talk about this channel, I mention another friend of ours who's been with Superchat pretty much from the beginning, another friend of about 4 years, and somebody that I've met up with in real life a couple of times. The channel is called Hope Bus, H-O-P-E, Hope Bus. And they literally made their dream come true. Their channel was about taking a bus similar to what we see here in Big Family Expedition, turning that into a permanent living residence, and then heading off grid. And I was lucky enough to speak to Vicky from Hope Bus over Instagram just yesterday or the day before, and she, we keep in touch occasionally, but they let me know they literally had it happen. So one of these days, if I can travel about 4 or 5 hours away from Toronto, I'm going to be able to go and have another look at the Hope Bus. I did take a tour of their bus. Now I'm looking at Big Family Expedition right here, and the first thing that I notice is in their latest video, that Canadian flag. And they're saying they're crossing Canada and they're on their way towards Alaska by the look of it. So my question then is just if you're going to have an opportunity to come through southern Ontario at all, and I say southern, but you know, around the Toronto area or anything like that, if that's the case, I'd love to know. But Big Family Expedition has an interesting, different type of story. They took a bus, turned it into a permanent residence, but this family was already living on the road, and then they stopped for a while, settled down, they've added a family member, and now they're hitting the road again. And this is a really cool story, in my own opinion, possibly because I've heard something similar before here in YouTube, of course, and in the Tuber Chat family. Now, Big Family Expedition is getting really close to 900 subscribers, so they're not expecting to come anywhere near Toronto, but that's okay. Maybe one of these days. We got a lot of friends in Alaska, so my guess is that you're going to have lots of opportunity to meet up if that's something that you want to do as well. So I'll be interested in the story that they're going to go through here. I say I'm fascinated by tiny homes and things like that. It's just because I aspire. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get it done. But I aspire to someday be able to grab a piece of land and put at least a cottage on it, if not several, as the family continues to grow. I don't know whether I'll ever get that done or not. It's difficult to find land that's suitable in Ontario, and certainly waterfront property. You can imagine we all cry the blues every day about not just housing. Real estate in general is way overvalued. By any stretch of the imagination. But I'm curious to see what Big Family Expedition is going to do now. They're at 2,600 views on a couple of these shorts, one over 10,000, which is great to see. And then live streams is something that they've done in the past. I believe in the last live stream they said that they're going to bring those back, so I hope I'm right about that. And they're very soon going to be officially on the road to 1K. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, and since they're almost at 900, that will put them officially on the road to 1,000. Jeremy D-Day's in the house. I'm not sure if I said hello to you already. Good to see you here. Jeremy D-Day's out supporting people all the time, so I can't keep track. I think I saw him in Just Jason Keto and Moore's live stream a few hours ago. That's why. Purple Tube is another creator that I was talking about, having been a friend since just about the beginning of Tuber Chat, over 4 years now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So Little Lego brings up a bit of a point, and I know housing and real estate are up like around the world, right? We have to understand truly finance and other markets to get an idea of how atrocious it really is. The Canadian dollar is only ever worth about 75 cents to the US dollar, let's just say. So something that costs our American friends $3 costs us $4, or somewhere thereabouts, if that makes sense, close to it, $3.80 or something. Anyway, so it floats here and there, but the Canadian dollar has been low for a while. What that has meant over the last 5 to almost 10 years, since 2008, is that the average single family home in Toronto of, I would guess, about 1,200 square feet, if not maybe 1,500 being generous, is worth about $1 million if you're in the true city of Toronto. We have boroughs just like New York does, where you have like Queens, the Bronx, Manhattan, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean. Here in Toronto, we have different boroughs. If you're officially in Toronto, the average price of a home is $1 million. If you're in the outskirts of Toronto, like, you know, big cities like Boston and Chicago have like the outskirts, they're still almost considered that. housing prices are, you know, very close to that. And they've actually increased now, by the way. So I should be kind of saying that in reverse. If you're in the outskirts of Toronto, it's getting close to $1 million. Hard to find anything under 700 or 800,000. When we talk about condos, yeah, bachelors, 1-bedroom condos, literally talking 400, 500 square feet, where your couch is looking right at your oven, kind of a thing. There's nothing wrong with that, but all the new builds, no matter where you are in Ontario, seem to be doing that, and it's really difficult to find anything new under $700,000, if you can imagine. So that still equates to just about 500 for our American friends. And then, you know, I see things come up suggested all the time. Look at the price of homes in Texas. You can get you can get 2 mansions for the price of a 1-bedroom condo in Toronto. So I know we see news and we talk about that stuff all the time everywhere else. Not so much in Tuber Chat live streams, but it's something that comes up just about every day. Purple Tube is a long time friend. It's pure variety on this channel, and they bring us vlogs, good vibes, randomness, relaxation videos, a lot of outdoor content, actually. When I go into the live streams, they take us to some interesting property, sometimes on a 4-wheeler. Actually, Purple Tube's been at this a long time, and they like to share their knowledge about their YouTube journey with their friends as well. They've got some shorts on the channel, and these now have started to get into 6,000 views and beyond. One over 34,000, and look at this one, 322,000 views, which is fantastic. And Purple Tube is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. It's been about a month since they put up a few videos all at once, but we'll see if they're going to bring some new stuff out soon. And we would love to push them towards the 2,300 we know that they're thinking about. And then, yeah, little Lego. It's interesting. When I grew up, it was in a what we call 1.5 story. So it's one of those houses that's got about 800 square feet on the bottom level, another couple of bedrooms upstairs, and I forget what we call these roofs. I should know from our homesteading friends when it's a perfect 45-degree angle on each side. So not a humongous house or anything like that, but certainly enough room for a cozy 3-bedroom, let's just say a cozy little family of 4 with a pet. And that house, I remember looking at I remember paying attention as I became a young adult, right around the time that those houses in that neighborhood were worth about $180,000, right? And then Walmart made an announcement that they were going to tear down a little plaza close to where I lived and build a new thing. And they went up 40 grand in one day. So they went from 180,000 to 220,000. That was when I started paying attention. That house today, I would be shocked if it didn't go. But we're long out of there. My parents sold that house 5 years ago. I would be shocked to know that that house would not get 800,000 to much more. I lived out in the northwest corner of Toronto, not officially Toronto the way that I was describing earlier. When we have our boroughs, they've amalgamated them now, but I lived in a small area called Rexdale. Some of you might have heard of it. It's the 3rd worst part of Toronto. But where I lived was still a nice little neighborhood. We used to play hockey in the streets and all that stuff, and nobody that I know got robbed or anything like that. But these are just ideas. So The Pipe Guy is one of 2 one-of-a-kind channels in the Tuber Chat family. We're going to talk about that in a second. Thank you, by the way, Purple Tube, for the highlighted milestone message. They've had membership for almost a year by now, but they've actually been a friend a long time. So I certainly do appreciate that, of course. And then The Pipe Guy up on the screen. This is Home Bartending with John with 2 channels. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, Southern Belle. There you go. You know it's Northern if we're playing. That's a true story. Hockey, yes. When I was growing up, I had my parents let me know later in life that they had a lot of help from my grandparents, and I was lucky to have, you know, been raised by all of them together. But they did a great job of having us involved in things. So I promise you, we didn't have any more money than anybody else, not anywhere around us, but they did have me like playing hockey in the winters, and my sister would do either gymnastics or jazz dancing or things, and they'd occasionally put us in little camps like computer camp, or I did a Bible study for one summer and things like that, and then baseball in the summers. But yeah, hockey is absolutely a thing in Canada. I was glad to have played, for sure, until I was old enough that Nintendo came out and I didn't want to play hockey anymore because I wanted to play Super Mario instead. But the pipe guy that's up on the screen right now, the pipe guy. So this is one of a kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. I haven't seen anything like this anywhere else ever, as a matter of fact. This is industrial pipe art and industrial pipe lamps. Now he's only got a few videos here, but he's already got something Star Wars themed, which is really, really cool. 60 subscribers now, so he's on his way towards that first 100. Then when we look at Home Bartending with John, we see another one-of-a-kind channel from this creator, and here's where he's going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. And we don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what he's got here, but he will show us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished, along with the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails. The most compelling thing that I found on this channel is the fact that he does these recipes in different variations, sometimes in different cultural differences. It could even be state to state, or, you know, here in Canada, right next door to our American friends. I hadn't heard of the trash can cocktail, and we heard about that from some friends in Tennessee. None of my bartender friends had heard of it either, and I used to work in nightclubs and bars and things like that. So Home Bartending with John did that as a request. So he does requests on his channel as you get to know him as well, which is really, really cool. He also does comparisons, different liquors, liqueurs, beers, and things like that. And then he might do a collection of cocktails together, like low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails, and then tons of product reviews on the channel as well, which is great. It'll give you a chance to know whether you might like something before you go out and spend money trying to find out for yourself. Shorts on the channel, of course, have gotten into 2,500 views, 8,500 views on one, which is great to see, and live streams are an idea from the past. We'll see if he's going to bring those back. 540 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push him towards the 600 we know he's thinking about. Home Bartending with John is a silver member here, so we see his channel every single day, or in every single live stream, in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he's here, but he's here for just about every stream as well. So, hopefully everybody will connect with Home Bartending with John. Forgive me for not catching that story in the chat. Sweet Melissa might have gotten engaged. Do I understand that right? And that's a really exciting announcement. So, congratulations to you if I understand that right. And because I think I just saw her say she's thrilled. They are thrilled in the chat, which is great. And Coastal Girl 707 is Sweet Melissa. She's always smiling in her videos anyway, so we know that that has to be even more vibrant smile for today. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. I did add some names. I'm hoping that Paranormal Poet is still with us. Fever Dream Animation was added. Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl 707, and Yellow Shirt Dad were all added. I'll do another check to see if they're here in a moment. Heaven's Fire 18 is another member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And we still got quite a while to go. We can stay another 45 minutes or so. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. So I'm going to start putting more channels from our chat list on there. Rushing Wind Mountain, forgive me, Ruby, I might not have put your channel on the wheel at all today. I thought I did, but I might not have. I think they've been here for a while. There's Paranormal Poet right there, so their channel still has yet to come up. Hopefully Gene from Yellow Shirt Dad is in the house, or I should say Mean Gene today. And then Coastal Girl 707 is here, and Fever Dream Animation was here from the beginning of the stream. Hopefully they're still here, but I'm going to start moving it a little bit faster too. Sweet, sweet Melissa. That's interesting. I'll have to follow that story. Lewis Acre Farm Karma's still in the house. They're in the pole position on the wheel. And then Cabaret Gaming. Yes, I was lucky to catch a premiere from them this week. So it's finally happened. I talk about, some of you know that I work outdoors a few days a week. That's why we have no schedule. Or one of the reasons why. I'm usually away from the computer Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I have said forever that my work schedule should be calming down. It's officially calming down. As of like this week, I ended up with a lot more computer time, which is great. I'm happy to be able to be available much more. And I got some great news this week as well, something that my family has been waiting for, which is going to open me up to a bit of an easier time with family obligations, we'll say. Not that things are hard or tough, but we know that life throws things at us, and it looks like it might open up my schedule a little bit more so that we have a little bit more variety in the days and times of the Tuber Chat streams, let's just say. So, Heaven's Fire 18 is a brand new channel in the Tuber Chat family. I've only been through a couple videos right now, but I'm still learning about the channel. So I'm going to grab the latest, one of the latest 2 videos here and put that into my catch-up list. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels, and then over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres and live streams and watching videos, I get to know the channel. And then anybody can connect anytime on the other social networks as well. I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. Oh, and then, yeah, so Lewis Acre Farm Karma might have asked me, why do I feel it? Is it Lewis Acre Farm Karma that does the, pardon me for tripping over my words here, that does the Meet Me Monday? I think that was what she was talking about. She interviews creators or different influencers every week. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get into a lot more of that as well. Sweet Melissa Coastal Girl 707. You have to forgive me because I don't catch everything that goes on in the chat. As you can imagine, I've got a couple of screens here, but I keep a window like this on the side that I can peek over at. But I miss a lot of conversations, and I interfere with a lot of people's conversations as well. But yes, at least it's fun in the chat, if nothing else. Yellow Shirt Dad is Mean Gene, and this is a creator that has brought fun to the Tuber Chat family ever since the very first day he joined us. I'm not going to forget this because the second that Yellow Shirt Dad came into a Tuber Chat live stream, I immediately saw him building friendships with other creators, literally just about that day. I saw him collaborating with other creators and making arrangements. Saw him on StreamYard panels. And as a matter of fact, I have caught Yellow Shirt Dad without his yellow shirt. I've caught him in something else. And if you dig through everybody's channels far enough, you might find that. So he's got something coming up. It's a premiere, and it looks like that's going to be on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I've got my notification on for that. We set notifications for everything that we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. So he's got a few new videos over the last few weeks. I'm going to grab the longest one because I really enjoy these. And it helps, right? Every minute matters when we're thinking about monetization, this and that. Yellow Shirt Dad often brings us the joke of the day. Sometimes he does this a couple of times a week. His videos come out sporadically. He's usually outdoors, but if you dig through his content, you're going to find longer videos as well. So when we're connecting here in the Tuber Chat family, when we visit each other's channels, we're looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer. The latest one is perfect to connect with. It's over 4 minutes long. I just want to see this one that he's put out as well, going down a bike path and showing us a few things there. Gene does a great job when he does his outdoor videos, when he does like a walk and talk. type of thing, and I've caught many of these before as well. But he brings us a lot of short videos. He posts frequently, and like I said, he collaborates with other creators as well. I've seen him on many StreamYard panels. He's got shorts on the channel as well, gotten into 5,000 views, even over 8,000, halfway to 9,000 on that one, and then live stream. So he's done a few of these. So 3 months ago I caught him. Hopefully I'll catch him if he's going to do another one. It's probably due for one. He does 1 or 2 a month by the look of it. We'd love to push him up to that 1,900 subscribers. We know he's thinking about it. And then let's spin the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Social Media Grow Show's in the house. I wonder if he's going to go live, or he might be live right now. I'm just going to go look. Yeah, he's live right now. So, let me just ask him. Just going to ask him if he's going to be live in an hour, because what I'll do is I'll raid in there then. Sometimes he doesn't go quite that long, but he's been a friend since pretty much the beginning of Tuber Chat. Another friend of about 4 years. And some of us know him as Commander Vlogs, but he's got this second channel. He's had it all along. I forget how many subscribers he has on his original channel. I've totally forgotten now. Social Media Grow Show is where he does live streams similar to what we do. As a matter of fact, so much so that when you go over there, you're going to see that his screen, my screen, is inspired by his screen. I used to use StreamYard. I switched to Streamlabs and started using things a little bit more than more of the things that he uses in his stream. 41,000 he's got on his original channel, so you know this is somebody with some insight. I'm not sure how long he's been on YouTube. I forget that as well. But he's been a dear friend. He's been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to us in the Tuber Chat family, but an over-the-top personal friend to me over the years as well. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is up on the screen, and I'm just going to grab their latest video from Hobby Lobby, which we don't have in Canada. And this looks like a really cool device that's in the thumbnail there. Yeah, a light for filming videos and things like that. They've got some interesting thumbnails on a lot of the different things they're bringing to us here, as well as outdoor content in between the different thrifty things that they find. When we get into shorts on the channel, we see they've gotten into 500 views, one over 800, which is great to see, pardon me. And then when we get into looking at their subscriber numbers, they're almost at 1,100. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone as well. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is another creator who's here with us regularly, and I run into them frequently out supporting other creators as well. So Social Media Grow Show, yeah, has been on for 9 years by now. My goodness. And then, Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl 707 is coming up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Thank you, Nora, the Stock Explorer. Another one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube, as all of our moderators are. Nora's somebody who's become quite a friend over the years as well. So it's time for me to add some more names onto our wheel from our chat list. Let me just see if Driving Daily is still in the house. It looks like they are. I'll get them onto the wheel for now. And I don't know if Gloria's Platter might still be here as well. Let's see if she's in the house. She hasn't been on the screen in a long time. And then I'll put her on if she's still here. So Sweet Melissa, Coastal Girl 707, now has 313 subscribers. This is a channel that brings us a lot of product reviews. So what they let us know on their about section is they belong to a lot of product review and product testing sites. What they mean is programs, different websites, or maybe even apps and things like that. And they bring the products onto their YouTube channel for us to see. This is another, is that another collaboration? Oh yeah, they're doing a few collaborations with this creator, which is cool. Collaborating is a great way to grow your channel. You're almost guaranteed to grab a handful of new subscribers every time you're featured with somebody else. But she's been doing a few of these lately. This channel can literally feature anything at all, from snacks to household products. I'm just looking through the thumbnails here for all the different things, mostly snacks. Oh, Ipsy is another popular company that I don't talk about enough, like Sephora that we see all the time. And there's Sephora right there, actually, in another thumbnail. Oh, Prize is on the channel as well. She's won a few things in a few different ways. FabFitFun is something I talk about frequently. More stuff. I'm just digging through the thumbnails here. And then Conair is obviously a huge popular company. And then shorts on this channel. So this might be variety, mostly outdoors. These have gotten into 2,100 views, one over 7,100, which is interesting. And then live streams as well. So she experimented with one of these a couple of months ago. We'll see if she's going to bring these back. We got notification bells on for every single channel. And then, yeah, Southern Belle, thank you for that. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, Jeremy D-Day's not on the wheel right now. I'm not sure if his other channel, I'm not sure if he's got a membership right now. Jeremy D-Day has most of the time. I'm going to put Jeremy D-Day on right now, and then let's spin, and we'll see who's coming up next. But I'm going to look at my list, and then we'll see what I can do about adding a few more names shortly. We're going to go for one more break and one more of those clips that I like to play from our interview series. These are all videos that are on the Superchat channel now. There's 4 episodes so far. And these are conversations in an interview style that go on anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. All of the creators that are featured in this interview series are friends of ours. They've been with us for 3 or 4 years, and they all have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuberchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Tuberchat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap, whatever it is.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuberchat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here. And you've doubled that number. You're still growing now, so
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah,
and I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour, down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned onto this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yep,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're just about back. So I'm going to go through channels as quickly as I can now so we can get as many as possible up on the screen in the next half hour or so. Driving Daily is here with us just about every single day. This creator will often give us talking head videos like we see in a couple of those thumbnails, but they've also brought us to some interesting car shows. I used to call these classic car shows, but there's as many new done-up cars as there are classics in a lot of these things. Lots of drifting, and somebody in just about every stream these days is mentioning something about these drifting videos. They've got a brand new one here for us to see. So they've got an empty grocery store. That will be interesting to see. I'll put that into my catch-up list and look forward to looking at that. I wonder if that's a... We'll have to see the video if that's a grocery store that looks like it's up and coming, let's say. And then they've got... Or upcoming is what I meant to say. 11,000, 17,000, 35,000 on some of these shorts videos. And if you dig through these, you'll see some of these drifting videos I was talking about. Lots of spotting classic cars and things like that. And then they've done a live stream in the past. We'll see if they're going to do any more. We got notification bells on for every single channel. We'd love to push them towards the 1,200 subscribers we know they're thinking about now. Jeremy D-Day's coming up. And this is another friend of about 5 years, actually. He's been with me long before Superchat was even a thought. I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years. I've been on a total of more than 7. But I'm getting on 7.5 years now. And I'd already been on for a while. I was introduced to a lot of creators that were in the small YouTuber community, as we like to say. And these creators kind of grabbed a hold of each other and said, hey, let's all get together. Everybody supports each other. They were already doing this, and they introduced me to a lot of friends, including Jeremy D-Day here. And the idea for Tuber Chat came afterwards. When we think about growth streams, there used to be hundreds of them, if not thousands. There's still plenty of them out there. And as you saw, Social Media Grow Show is a friend of mine who's still alive and kicking when we think about those kinds of things. And then when we look at Jeremy D-Day's channel, he's changed things over the years. This is a second channel that he's got over 1,000 subscribers now. Reviews, shorts, and vlogs. I've just taken his latest video. He's got a Veterans Memorial here. Usually he features different kinds of reviews. And on his other channel, we're going to see a lot of music. Jeremy D-Day is another creator who's done well with shorts here. 15,000, 27,000, 68,000. And then live streams. He's experimented with a few of these up until a couple of, weeks ago. JD Night 7 is where we know this creator from originally. He does a lot of music reviews on this channel, and now over 10,000. This creator's got an interesting video, Jeremy Camp there, in his latest production, and then you'll see that he's done a couple of live streams as tests over here, but shorts have done extremely well. He's gotten into 121,000, 356,000, and this Judas Priest one has got over 600,000 views, which is just fantastic. So that's JD Night 7 and Jeremy D-Day in the chat. He's out supporting other creators all the time. I run into him just about every day that I'm out doing the same thing, bouncing in between premieres and live streams. So Paranormal Poets coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Pardon me, getting a little bit of feedback there because I had a couple windows open. And pardon me while I just get something together in the background. Social Media Grow Show's on right now. So in another 15 minutes or so, I'll start dropping the link. Everybody can go over there afterwards if you'd like to, and continue meeting friends the same way we do here. Paranormal Poet is brand new to Tuber Chat. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up and subscribe and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Lego Girl 1993, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. And I wonder if you may have found us through our friend Little Lego. Southern Belle is coming up right now, and Izzy Ska has been added to the wheel, so thank you for coming in. And the way that the wheel works here is essentially over time, as people are active in the chat and having conversation with each other. I've got a ChatBot in the background from Streamlabs that helps me keep track of that kind of thing. And then occasionally I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. The only differences are that members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then membership gifters like Izzy Ska right here and Superchatters like we saw earlier in the stream get added to the screen right away. We kind of just let them skip the line. Nobody has to be a member or has to give a super chat to get onto the wheel or the screen. We get through as many channels as we can in a 3-hour period, and there are always at least a couple, if not a few, if not more, that are simply out of the chat list. And like I said, it's based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Southern Belle's been here many times now, but again, today, when we do a stream that's especially later at night, I'm in the Eastern time zone, so it's after midnight for us. When we do a stream this late, it's usually a little bit more reasonable than it is on other days where it's so overwhelmingly busy, so we can get to more channels like this. So that's it, Wifey from Little Lego. So thank you for that. Scratch and PPA just caught that Izzy Ska gifted a membership. I didn't see that at all. It slipped right by me, so forgive me for that. Izzy Ska's done that countless times, and I appreciate that. And like I said, we'll look at their channel next because of that. Our Louisiana Life, I don't know if I ever said hello, but thank you for being here. I think you've been here for a while. And Chocolate Drop, good to see you in the house. Wayne's World Unlimited is, yeah, he's actually in the UK, so it's 5 a.m. for them, if you can imagine. Their day's starting, mine is ending. And thank you for that, Lego Girl 1993. And then, yeah, it's always busy. Ashley, thank you for that. And Mark the Shark, my dear friend, is here. He's got his permanent place on my backdrop there. That hat says, much love and aloha. And then, thank you, Driving Daily. I always appreciate every moment, even if people are watching in the background. I know we got a few friends that do that. And I do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. And then, yes, forgive me, hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. So Southern Belle has a few videos here. These are occasional, and I'm assuming these are things that are featured in their auctions, but that's what they're doing. So when we look at their About page, they say bargain priced live auctions, buy it now premieres, and videos about Southern life might be sprinkled through there. So they got quite a few live streams coming up. I'm setting notifications for all these. I caught them for one a couple days ago, and these can be really exciting. We've actually got quite a few channels now in the Tuber Chat family that do these live auctions, and it's really cool. Mostly we see StreamYard panels where a few people are getting together to do these, and they obviously put an item up on the screen like my beautiful pen here, and then they give people a chance to bid on it. You can't have my pen, but you can bid right in the auction, and then they send the things out and things like that. So it's really, really cool. New Orleans, New Orleans, Louisiana is the reason why they've got their handle the way that it is. I'll put that handle in the chat, by the way. And Southern Belle's actually been with us many times. They say it's about 7 times, and feels that way. So they've been with us several months now. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 1,400 subscribers we know they're thinking about. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me, next up is Izzy Ska, and this is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They're here with us just about every stream. So is Sweet Acres Koi Farm. I'm getting them on the wheel right now. Now, Izzy Ska just gifted a membership. They've done that kind of thing countless times before, and we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. This creator's always been known for these elaborate banners, avatars, and thumbnails. They've changed up the content on their channel a couple of times. They actually reset and restarted recently and jumped right back into monetization, and they're now working on 1,800 subscribers. So they've changed up their content over this time, but they let us know now that they expect to discuss more often than anything else some of the digital art and design tools, along with tutorials for how we can kind of use some of those things or utilize them, if that makes sense. When we look at videos, we often see animation with pleasing audio to go along with it. Shorts can be perfectly random. These have gotten into a couple hundred views. Hopefully they'll post more over the next long while. And then live streams are sporadic but frequent, so several times a week they'll be on, and I see them out supporting other creators as well. The conversation can go just about anywhere once they get started, but they've got a bit of history going on in some of these live streams as well. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen, but thank you again, Izzy Sky. I always appreciate the extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, of course. And Fever Dream Animation's coming up now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Little Lego says they're doing well using rapid tags. So it's not so much that it's rapid tags itself that helps. That's a website, by the way, that I use sometimes. I used it in the very beginning before I started using TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is my go-to tool when it comes to the idea of tags and things like that. Rapid tags is just a fast way to get them done. It literally takes seconds, and it just gives you similar results to what TubeBuddy's going to give to you anyway. But tags truly for your videos come down to common sense. The reason why I like tools like Rapid Tags or TubeBuddy is to take inspiration from them, because sometimes we think of a tag for our videos. Like for instance, Fever Dream Animation might be putting the tag animation, animated, animators, animates, all in the tag section, for instance, right? But they might not be putting cartoon, you know, or like, let's say some of the programs people use to make cartoons, like Toon Boom Animated, stuff like this. Those might be helpful. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm saying it just is an idea. But tags always start with common sense. The tools can help us see things we might not have thought about, and then we can keep adding them. Chocolate Drop, yeah, it's always great to have Chocolate Drop in the house. Thank you for coming in. They've been a friend for several years as well now. I think I missed another channel. Together We Travel's in the house. Good to see you here. And then, yeah, so Little Lego, TubeBuddy does, in my opinion, a better job, because it does it, it can do it just as fast, but it points things out. TubeBuddy, and I have affiliate links in all our video descriptions, by the way. Of course, it helps when everybody uses that if you haven't already used TubeBuddy before. But when you, pardon me, I'm losing my train of thought while I'm talking about it here. Lego Girl 1993 has it done as well with those. When you think about tags, TubeBuddy has an extra feature where what it does is shows you the ranking, approximate estimated ranking of your tags, so that you can put the ones that it thinks are going to be the most effective at the beginning of the list. You can basically sort them. So if you find success with a tag or two, you might be able to get rid of some of the tags that aren't helping and put more helpful tags in there over time. I don't say it enough, but we can always go back and change the thumbnails on our videos, especially with the new test and compare feature, which I'm using all the time now. You could change your description, you can change your title, you can change your tags, you can put hashtags in or not, it's up to you. And you could do that with any video short or live stream over and over and over again. So what I would do, and forgive me because I said I'm going to get through channels as quick as I can, but since we're talking about it, what I would do is go through your analytics. And if you have, let's say, 30 videos or more, this might be effective. The top 10 videos in your analytics, I would let them go, depending on how much time you have. If you have enough free time to adjust everything, by all means. But if you don't, and you have to focus only on a handful of videos, I would take like number 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so on, and try to push those ones harder. Because there's a little bit of truth to the idea, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Your number 1 and number 2 performing videos are probably doing just fine. You want more videos to do as well as they do, or maybe better. And that's where I would focus my time. Not on the ones that don't move, trying to get them to move. That's really tough. But ones that are moving fairly well, to push them a little bit faster. And these are all thoughts, like I said. So rapid tags is not the thing. It's not rapid tags that helps. That's just a website that gives you tags easily. If you just search in the YouTube search results, you're going to find the same things anyway. But what it can do, if you get yourself a list of tags related to your videos, you can use that for inspiration, so you can come up with your own ideas for tags. Most of the tools I talk about are best used for inspiration. It still helps to have the human element, and probably more so for the next while when a lot of people are using things like ChatGPT. I am as guilty as anyone for copying and pasting when I don't have enough time, but it is much better to use some of the tools that are out there now and then go back over the things that they give you and kind of dress them up yourself, if that makes sense, or, replace a lot of things. Yeah, I didn't mean to get into story time, but just because we're talking about tags, because I don't want anybody to get hung up on the idea that TubeBuddy helps your channel or rapid tags helps your channel. No, it gives you a couple of things that would otherwise have been more difficult to find or come up with, because it's all just algorithm arithmetic stuff that's mixed together, right? Computer programmers have put these screens together that can make things easy to read. That's all that is. And it can speed up our time, basically. So Fever Dream Animation is here right now. They got quite a bit of variety in their videos, as you can see. But they give us some information on their About section about what we can expect, or the thought process behind the channel. Shorts over here have done really well, getting into 500 and over 600 views already. Hopefully they'll post more and more. Those will continue to grow, and they're working on 100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can get them a little bit closer to that milestone as well. And then Lewis Acre Farm Karma is coming up right now. So, it goes without saying, I know, and I do a lot of copying and pasting myself as well, although I know I shouldn't, but I use the excuse of time, right? But the best idea is always to spend as much time as we can. You look at it this way, there are people out there taking all of this very seriously and putting more work into what they're doing than some of us are doing. Not everybody has unlimited time, but you know what I mean. Let's just say there's another person similar to yourself out there with just as much time as you have. and they're spending more time working on their descriptions, thumbnails, tags, hashtags, and titles, they have a better chance of winning because they're putting more work into that. So that's just an idea. And then I'm going to see how quick I can get to anything there, little Lego, but I will try. Let me see what I'm going to do right now about names on the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I'm just adding some names right this second, as a matter of fact. Natalie Nicole's ASMR. Okay, it looks like we might even get to everybody if I hurry up. I'm going to start dropping the link for Social Media Grow Show. Everybody can go over there as well. He's already live doing something very similar. I want to say doing the same thing. It's almost the same thing. Where it is a grow stream, we call these, where everybody can meet more friends and family members for their channel the same way we do here in TuberChat. And Lewis Acre Farm Karma is up here. We talked about this, but they've got a live stream series every Monday called Meet Me Monday, where they interview different influencers or creators. So hopefully I'll get a chance to be on that channel. She actually asked me a while ago, and it looks like after this week, after this coming week, my weeks are going to start to calm down. So we might be able to get that done, and I'll appreciate it, of course. But they're going to introduce us to lots of other friends while we're there. Now, Lewis Acre Farm Karma is going to give us some information about the channel, along with her husband Logan in Southwest Idaho, and the things they're doing on this homesteading type of channel. They've got videos that come out fairly frequently, so they're putting out at least a couple a week, mostly outdoors. We get into shorts videos. We see that these have gotten into 2,500 and even 6,100 views, and then live streams on the channel, like I said, are at least weekly, but they might be known to do a few extras as well. And then, so the next few Mondays, they've got a few live streams scheduled. So that's good news, and great to see that you've got consistency going on with that as well. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Next up is Cabarar Gaming. So this is a creator who's been a longtime friend. They've been with us about 4 years as well. Working on 4,600 subscribers, and they mix up different video gameplay, both in videos, now with shorts, and with live streams. And you'll see a lot of popular titles here. So lately they've been doing some walkthroughs where they're kind of giving us part 1, part 2, part 3. So series of videos almost, right? And then shorts can be a little bit random, but they've done well. 15,000, 46,000. 72,000, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. They're live frequently, usually a few times a week. Once in a while they'll do a talking head video, but most often it's video gameplay. And then when we look at Cabarar Vlogs and Adventures, we're going to see a second channel from this creator where they bring us tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials, along with a little bit of vlogging from the same creator from Cabarar Gaming. When we look at the videos, we get an idea of some of the different things that they're bringing to us, technically advanced, obviously, and then shorts on the channel as well. This is more variety, so they've just started posting these, but they've gotten close to 1,000 views already, and then live streams on the channel as well. They're just chasing some watch hours here, but they're working on 1,300 subscribers as well, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Thank you, Paranormal Poet, and thank you, Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life. I'm going to put your channel onto the wheel right now, as well as Beyond Retail and more. And I'm going to rifle through channels now. So Natalie Nicole's ASMR is another friend who's probably been with us for about 4 years. I think it's 3 or 4 years. They got 1,000 videos on the channel in total, including shorts and live streams, as you can see. Usually what you're going to find here is pleasing audio, pleasing visuals to go along with that. They got a nice lengthy video here. I'm going to put that at the end of my catch-up list, and I'll run that between now and the next stream on Sunday. And then this creator really mixes things up, as you can see, but they post almost every day. Shorts on the channel have also got a lot of variety. These have gotten into 2,800, even 2,900 views. I wonder if some of these will move because they're Halloween videos. I think they had them from last year. And then live streams as well. So they do these frequently. They did one a few hours ago. Looks like they're doing these about once a week. So hopefully everybody will catch Natalie Nicole's ASMR and push them towards the 700 subscribers that they're thinking about. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Beyond Retail and More is up on the screen right now. This is another creator with a couple of channels. When we look here, they've reset and restarted or adjusted the content on the channels a couple of different times. I'm just going to grab their latest video regarding Halloween and put that into my catch-up list. Give me a chance to catch up with them. A mix of indoor and outdoor content in almost pure variety here, and then shorts on the channel as well. And these have started to move into hundreds of views, which is great to see. One of them over 600, which is great. And then I think it's Adventures and Beyond. Am I right? Oh my dear goodness, there they are. Yes. Oh, Adventures in Gardening. Yes, they've changed their name a few times. So 1,300 subscribers. So this is Adventures and Gardening. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos to Krispy Kreme donuts. We actually still have those in around the Toronto area, close to where I am. They've got pure variety on the channel, but of course, Adventures in Gardening is the theme and name. When we get into shorts videos, they've gotten into 1,600, 1,800 views and beyond, and then live streams as well. So they experimented with one of these a while ago. We'll see if they're going to do some more. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. And then let's spin the wheel. It looks like it's a close one, but Ashley's coming up right now. She's with us just about every day. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. See if I can remember her handle here. Ashley is a very popular name for a channel. And short. So when a name is short and popular, it can be tough to find them. So I'm getting to them by their go-to channel link here. And here it is. Ashley Anthony, I believe it's pronounced. I should remember that. I'm trying to remember the handle, but I'll put it in the chat for everybody so you can get to them if you can't find Ashley right away. So this is a creator who's not only here in Tuber Chat for just about every stream, but always engaged in conversation, for which I'm grateful. 117 subscribers now. We'd love to push them towards the 200 we know that they're thinking about. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well. Seems to be more of a focus. They've gotten into 400 and getting close to 500 views on a few of these. And they're letting us know they mainly post shorts. And I'm curious to know whether they're putting those on the other social networks as well, like TikTok or Instagram and things like that. I thought I saw a TikTok logo on the channel once. I might be mistaken. Hopefully hopefully everybody will connect with Ashley. And next up is Lego Girl 1993. This is the wife of Little Lego. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And I should have pinned that link, but everybody can use that to get over to Social Media Grow Show if you'd like to. And like I said, he's already live. So Lego Girl 1993, we know what to expect on the channel to a point, but this is a brand new channel, so I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. What I'm going to do is take one of your videos, and I'll just take the latest one and I'll put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. As I do for all creators, that should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So when we look at our Louisiana life, they give us an introduction to their family of 5 and what they're doing with their property and bringing us homesteading content. I bring a lot of categories together when I talk about homesteading here. We had this influx of homesteading channels over 3 years ago. It continues to grow today, but I often group in farming, ranching, gardening, and then sometimes hiking, fishing, camping, and other outdoor types of channels. And then when we look at our Louisiana life, we see they're working on 1,200 subscribers. I've got their latest video. I put that into my catch-up list. Looks like a lot of focus on livestock here, but it's a lot to look after properties like this, as we can see from some of our homesteading and farming friends. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 22,000, 26,000, 35,000 and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they've done these up to even just before Tuber Chat today or earlier, and then they've been doing these frequently, which is great to see. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. Lots of familiar faces in those StreamYard panels as well. So the next time I see you guys together, I'm going to try to remember and get into your channel. Let's spin the wheel. We got another channel up onto the screen. It looks like Ruby is coming up. You didn't have to wait right to the end. Very close though. Rushing Wind Mountain is somebody who's here with us just about every single day as well. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Ruby is the creator behind this channel. You often see them mentioned by name in the chat. Rushing Wind Mountain's been with us from the beginning as well. There's another friend of over 4 years. They're working on 4,400 subscribers right now, and they bring us a channel from the Pacific Northwest that brings us nature and wildlife in an ASMR style with relaxing and peaceful videos. I see they've changed their about page here. So they're looking at pleasing audio, pleasing visuals to go along with that in their videos. And then when we get into shorts, there's lots more wildlife here. And if you dig through these, you'll find some humorous moments as well. 11,000, 12,000, 16,000 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they've experimented with these many times up to a couple of weeks ago, finding a bit of success with those vertical live streams as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain. Like I said, they're here with us pretty much every time we stream. and I really appreciate that. I know how tough it is because we put these out as pop-ups, right, with no schedule either. So I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if it's just a moment coming in to say hello, or for our friends that run the stream in the background as well. Just going to see if I can grab Stitching It Up, Capturing Country Life. I thought I'd already connected with this channel, but not yet, so that's okay. They're brand new in the Tuber Chat family. They've been with us at least twice now, and I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. Most of these are quite short, so we always want to look for videos that are 3 minutes or longer when we're connecting, but I'm just going to grab the latest 3-minute video that you put out, and I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. We don't always find an opportunity to get to every channel, but sometimes when we do a really late stream like this, we're able to get to more channels towards the end of the stream. Everybody's free to go over to our friend Social Media Grow Show. He's been with us since the beginning as well, but he's a dear friend to me. Absolutely cares very much about those of us in the Tuber Chat family and the YouTube journey in general. Wants to help everybody grow the same way we do here. So you're welcome to go over there. He's going to stream for a while, let everybody connect. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3.5 minutes like we always do, so that everybody can clean up their connections here, and then I'll see you over there. In the meantime, thank you, by the way, everybody, for the time that you spent. Thank you to our moderators. And I'll Scratch and PPA and the Stock Explorer have been here for the bulk of the stream. I thought the Stock Explorer went to bed earlier, but thanks for hanging out. Nora's a dear friend as well, and we talk about Scratch and PPA Scratch and PPA every day, of course. We'll be looking forward to his premiere on Tuesday, like always. Coach Sherry's just popping in. We're going to look at that channel for a quick second. Sweet Acres Koi Farm is here with over 1,000 subscribers now, well on the way towards 1,100, and they are going to bring us koi as we can imagine. I believe that's how we say it. I hadn't heard of this until I was watching The Office. I'm a huge fan of that show, of course. But when he fell in the koi pond, that's the only reason I even know the word. I don't know if that's just something that's not common in Canada or something that I hadn't come across. When I look at what they've got in some of their videos there, this looks similar to me. I wonder if Scratch and PPA's ever been to Mandarin, which is that Chinese food place. It's a monstrously popular buffet-style Chinese restaurant here in the Toronto area, and they've got this kind of thing, I believe, in their a pond with a little, like, almost bridge you step over in the entrance of the place. It's done really elaborately in most of them. Anyway, shorts on this channel, 3,900, 7,800, 14,000, with a bit more variety, lots of outdoor content here, and then live streams on the channel as well. And hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been a few weeks already, but they seem to be doing these about once a week. And they've got StreamYard panelists as well, so more friends to introduce us to when we're there. Coach Sherry's a dear friend, and she's been with us for as long as I can remember as well. She's been with us about 4 years also. Obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So let's see what she's got going on. And again, thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I'm going to come over to Social Media Grow Show. Coach Sherry's just catching us at the end of the stream today, but I see they've got another another video here about StreamYard. I'm just laughing because I've been talking about this almost every day. So I didn't realize what happened is they kind of forced everybody into the upgraded pricing, and of course that's probably in the terms and conditions and stuff. I don't think that's a good business practice. I think that perfect transparency with customers is helpful. I understand in business you may not be able to be completely transparent about everything every second of the time, but if you're going to charge somebody more money, it would be nice to have a warning. I have a feeling StreamYard is going to lose a lot more of their long-term people and customers than they would have kept if they'd have done it the other way and said, hey everybody, a price increase is coming, we're restricting a couple of features but opening up some more. I'm not saying I'm right, of course I think so, but you know what I mean. But for anybody that's wondering about the StreamYard issue right now, so what they did is added a new plan, and if I'm right about this, the way it looks, I've used StreamYard many times, is that they increased the price for everybody by double and then offered another plan that goes back to the original price, but you have to downgrade to get it. In my opinion, most people are going to be able to live with the downgraded version, but that's something everybody's going to have to look into. But Coach Sherry talks about it here, and she's always motivating, always inspiring, truly a dynamic creator. She's working on 1,600 subscribers here, and she's got some shorts that have done well at 5,000 and almost 6,000 views. Then when we get into live stream, we see that she's been active lately. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been a month already, but she seems to be on at least once a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Coach Sherry. Like I said, another dear friend. She's probably been with us for about 4 years. So we'll make a quick exit. Thanks everybody for the time that you spent, and I'll see you with Social Media Grow Show. We're back on Sunday. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.